welcome to BRICS TV Bharat. We welcome you to today's special session on BRICS TV Bharat, where we will explore two pivotal themes: prerequisites for building an alternative payment and financial infrastructure, and foundational principles and future components of the international monetary financial system. The need for resilient and inclusive financial frameworks has never been more critical in an era marked by rapid globalization and economic transformations. The BRICS nations, known for their dynamic economies and shared commitments to a cooperative development, are uniquely positioned to pioneer strategies that transcend traditional financial models. Our first segment will explore the prerequisites for establishing an alternative payment and financial infrastructure. This discussion will focus on the essential policies, technological advancements, and collaborative measures necessary to construct a system that supports economic sovereignty, reduces dependency on legacy financial networks, and fosters greater financial inclusion across developing and emerging markets. Following this, we will examine the foundational principles and the future components of the IMFS. Understanding the architecture underpinning international financial stabilities become vital as global economic landscapes evolve. This segment will show how the IMFS can adapt to emerging economic powers, digital innovations, and the demand for greater equity in global financial governance. Join us as we navigate these complex yet crucial topics, reflecting on how BRICS can reshape the financial ecosystem with innovative, inclusive, and sustainable solutions. Thank you for being part of this enlightening journey on BRICS TV Bharat. Prerequisites for building an alternative payment and financial infrastructure. The current global cross-border payment system has a significant limitation: insufficient competition. This shortcoming brings two primary issues. First, monopolistic pricing, and second, centralized control. The economic implications of monopolistic practices are detrimental to global economic development, leading to a higher transaction cost and reduced financial inclusivity. The centralization of decision-making power in such a system introduces non-economic challenges, including diminished transparency and a lack of accountability. These factors increases the financial burden for participants and raise the possibility of exclusion from the financial system. Like the reliance on the established value and supply chains, the present model of centralized settlement systems and dominant reserve currencies for cross-border transactions represents a legacy approach. While effective in the past, this model is increasingly outdated in the 21st century global trade. Historically, the search for universally accepted world currency, exemplified today by reserve currencies, stemmed from global information asymmetries. When communication between trade and participants was limited and delayed, relying on a single widely accepted currency was a practical and predictable solution for international commerce. However, advancements in technology and information sharing have dramatically reduced these asymmetries. Today, market participants can access real-time data on major commodities and currency pairs, enabling near instantaneous arbitrage in highly liquid market and faster responses in less liquid ones. The growth in the scope and depth of tradable financial instruments is driven by an influx of private and public capital spurred by global economic expansion and technological progress. When we talk about technological innovations, have impacted both institutional operations and individual participation. On the institutional side, API-driven applications, quantitative trading strategies, and sophisticated analysis incorporating real-time data such as weather and satellite imagery have transformed how financial transactions are conducted. Meanwhile, technology has also democratized financial market, as seen with the proliferation of retail investors using mobile brokerage applications and the rise of decentralized platform facilitating currency and assets exchanges. These developments collectively contribute to the decline of global information asymmetry, reducing the necessity for a single world currency as a market participant gain more tools and opportunities to interact directly and efficiently. The traditional reliance on centralized financial structures becomes less justifiable. This shift underlines the importance of developing alternative payment and financial infrastructures that promote competition, lower cost, enhance transparency, and reduce systematic exclusion. Cross-border investment flows increasingly exhibit market inefficiencies, which is especially clear in the high concentration of the global investment ecosystem and the predominance of the greenbacks denominated financial assets. Such conditions contribute to inefficient capital distribution, disadvantaging emerging markets and developing economies. As emerging markets and developing economies assumes a progressively significant role in the global economy, they face persistent challenges in securing adequate liquidity. This problem is magnified during periods of market turbulence when capital tends to be rapidly relocated to the advanced economies. A core issue lies in the insufficient development of market infrastructure within the emerging markets and developing economies, which obstructs the inflow of necessary capital. It includes gaps in regulatory frameworks, limited investment venues, an underdeveloped ecosystem of credit rating agencies, and a shortage of diverse financial instruments that could attract domestic and international investors. Consequently, the global framework of forex reserves remains heavily skewed towards a few major currencies, notably the greenbacks and the euro. The continued dependence on greenbacks and euro denominated assets as a primary source of value underscores a fundamental imbalance in the international monetary and financial system. This dependency poses a challenge for the US, which must imbalance its domestic monetary policies against the growing demands of the global economy. This role is becoming increasingly difficult as the US relative influence wanes. The global and regional financial safety nets, integral parts of the IMFS, have struggled to mobilize resources effectively to meet expanding demands of the global economy. This inadequacy was highlighted by the inability to redistribute quotas during the 16th quota re-evaluation. Moreover, resources allocation coordination for sustainable development remains insufficient, particularly affecting regions like Africa and Latin America. This shortfall often leads to greater dependence on the international monetary safety system. Emerging markets and developing economies face financial pressures that may result in politically influenced aid packages, perpetuating a cycle of dependency and economic vulnerability. Now, the next prime factor is foundational principles and future components of the IMFS. A reformed model for the IMFS should be built on the following equally critical principles. The first one is security, ensuring robust legal and technological frameworks to protect participants' capital and assets from unlawful appropriation. Second, independence, promoting a system based on mutual interdependence that prevents any single entity from exerting disproportionate control. Third, inclusion, facilitating non-discriminatory participation with minimized entry barriers, allowing all economies, whether emerging market and developed economies or advanced economies, equal access to IMFS facilitates and preventing external restrictions unrelated to transaction parties. Fourth is sustainability, designing the system for long-term adaptability to evolving economic conditions such as changing trade balances and new financing models. It ensures that participants remain engaged, fostering a network effect that strengthens the system over time. These principles serve as foundation for defining the key components of a future IMFS framework. First, cross-border payments. Establishing a mechanism that is a swift, cost-effective, transparent, and inclusive, aiming to minimize trade barriers and ensure fair access for all participants. The second one is cross-border investments. Creating an increasingly integrated environment that supports efficient and sustainable capital allocation without reliance on a system centered around a single currency. Third, reserves. Developing a sovereign reserve structure diversified across various currencies, commodities, and alternative assets and safeguard from external influences. Fourth, stabilization and development. Comprising development tools through multilateral development banks, including the World Bank Group and regional entities that aid developing economies, along with the International Monetary Safety System, encompassing the IMF, regional financing mechanisms, and bilateral central bank swap agreements to provide robust financial support during economic disruptions. Fifth, innovation. Leveraging innovative technologies for secure, efficient, low-cost settlement methods incorporating solutions with official digital currencies. Given the fast evolving global economic landscape and the increasing significance of emerging markets and developing economies, the current IMF components do not fully align with these criteria. While acknowledging the magnitude of necessary reforms, failing to address these gap risks, perpetuating market inefficiencies, leaving emerging markets and developing economics vulnerable and hindering their sustainable growth and economic prosperity. As we conclude today's TV sessions on BRICS TV Bharat, we extend our deepest gratitude to all our viewers and participants for joining us in this thought-provoking exploration, discussing the prerequisites for building an alternative payment and financial infrastructures and foundational principles and future components of the IMFS has illuminated the path toward more resilient, inclusive, and forward-looking financial systems. Today's insights underscores the importance of collaboration, innovation, and strategic foresight. The BRICS nations are at the forefront of envisioning a global financial landscape that empowers all economies, ensuring equitable growth and stability. We hope these discussions have sparked new ideas and provided valuable perspectives contributing to ongoing dialogue and action. Thank you for your time and engagement. Stay tuned for more impactful programming on BRICS TV Bharat. Until next time, take care and continue to champion progress and collaboration. Namaste.